Welcome to Divine World Order, where we vibe higher. It's Da Vinci, and in this video, I want to do a quick, brief breakdown on sun signs. Now, the sun sign in astrology represents the soul and the self-expression of a person, how a person chooses to express themselves. And I feel like a lot of things get lost in translation when it comes to astrology, based off horoscopes and people looking up their sun signs. Somebody might be a Aquarius and they may feel like they don't identify with those type traits, or they may know other Aquariuses that may not, align with that definition. So there's an explanation for that, and that's what I'm going to break down in this video. Now, everything that we do requires astrology. There's pretty much nothing that you do, just saying in life, that you don't need it for. As far as going to the hospital or even working, you have to provide your birth date. And a lot of people don't understand why that's important. But for one thing, as far as health goes, they need to know your birth date, because they can't operate on you at certain times, depending on what moon phase you were born under and the sign you were born under. They can't operate on you. And this is something that most people don't even know, and the reason we don't know this is because we're not the ones that's operating, doing the surgery. So I guess they feel like, y'all not doing surgery on your body, so you don't need to know this. When you come to the doctor, we'll figure it all out. So I just want to say, everybody is basically an astrologer. You know what I'm saying? It's just different levels. You know what I'm saying? Got the novice level, and then you have higher levels. So everybody's an astrologer, how I see it. So this is what this video is about. Just understanding that there's deeper layers to astrology. And, just because they're a Virgo, doesn't mean they're going to express themselves in a textbook-like fashion. So what we have to understand is there's 30 days in a month, ideally, and there's 30 degrees. And this is how we connect the three different types of your zodiac sign. Every sign has three different types. Whether you're a Aries or whether you're a Cancer, there's three different types. And these types are based upon what decan you were born under. And decan is just like another word for degrees. And like I said, there's 30 days in a month and there's 30 degrees. So the first 10 days of that season, whether it's, let's say it's Pisces season. So the first 10 days, that's the first decan. You know what I'm saying? And these decans are ruled by certain planets. And this connects with why people may express themselves in different ways other than a textbook definition for that sign. So understanding the decans, the first one is the first 10 days. The second decan will be the next 10 days, which will be 11th to like the 20th. And then the third decan, which will be the end of the month. So this would be anyone past, the 21st on. You know what I'm saying? So what we have to understand is everybody's going to express themselves differently based on the decan they're born under. So for example, let's say a Gemini. Let's say someone born May 25th. This is a Gemini that's born in the first decan of Gemini season. So the first decan is ruled by Mercury, co-ruled by Mercury. So these people have a lot of Mercury type traits. And this will actually be the textbook type definition for Gemini. You know what I'm saying? These people will probably be more relatable to that idea of what a Gemini is, because Mercury rules Gemini, and it's in its natural place. So that's the first decan. Now we're getting into the second decan. This is the middle of the month. So if you're born, let's say June 6th, if you're born on June 6th, you're ruled by Venus. Venus is the co-ruler for that sun sign. So these people are going to express themselves in a more Libra type manner, or Taurus, or Venus is going to have to do with, art, things like that. They could be people oriented as far as, justice, fairness. These things can play a part, when you're looking at a Gemini that's born in the second decan. So now we're getting into the third decan of Gemini, and this is the end of the month. You know what I'm saying? So somebody born, let's say like the 15th or something like that, 16th, something like that. You know what I'm saying? These people, the last 10 days of Gemini, these people are going to be co-ruled by Uranus, however you want to say it. So they're going to have a more Aquarian temperament to their qualities and how they express themselves. So these people can have more like a group thinking, type thing going on, where they're more humanitarian than the typical Gemini. It's group thinking, because Uranus is a higher octave of Mercury. So these people will be more eccentric. You know what I'm saying? They could be very different. The things that they learn, the things that they express, it could be, a very original way on how they do what they do. So these three decans, you can get a feel for how each of these sun signs can play out differently. So I'm going to go into Leo as well, just to give another example of how this works. So let's say you were born within the first 10 days of Leo season. So these people typically, this is like the textbook Leo, because they're ruled by the sun. The sun rules Leo. So that's the co-ruler for their sun sign. So these people will be more like the textbook Leo. You know what I'm saying? And then you have the second decan, which is the next 10 days, the middle part of Leo season. And these people will be ruled by Jupiter. These people can be more inclined towards long distance traveling, have strong belief systems, foreign relations and things like that, wisdom. These people can be, students for life, and more optimistic, and these are the qualities, when dealing with Leo in the second decan, ruled by Jupiter. So now we're getting into the third decan. So the third decan of Leo would be ruled by Mars. So these Leos will have a Aries type temperament. These people can be impulsive, more impulsive than the typical Leo. These people can be more aggressive. These people can be more competitive than the typical Leo. You know what I'm saying? More action based. So this is how you can differentiate these three different decans and put things into place to where we can get an idea of how you may not look like this damn, you know what I'm saying? You might look like this definition of what's being provided, So it's a lot of things that come into play. Even with that, let's say we know 4 people that was born in the second decan of Libra. There's never going to be a blanket definition for all of these. There's no blanket definition for all of these Libras that's born in the decan 2 phase, because when you get your birth time, you see it goes a little deeper. And you can see what house your sun sign is actually in. So this is somebody that can be a sun Libra, decan 2, and their sun could be in the 3rd house. So these people can express themselves in a more Gemini type manner. You know what I'm saying? So nobody is going to have the same chart, you know, and that's just why I say all sun signs are not created equal. Because just because you're a Capricorn, there's different decans to each zodiac sign, and you just have to look it up and see which decan you were born under, you know, and see how that relates to you. And like I said, you got to go deeper because you have a birth chart. So once you understand your birth chart, you can open it up a little bit more. So just wanted to do this quick, brief breakdown because a lot of people get astrology crossed up and, you know, they have no clue, you know, and that's not good or bad. It just is what it is. But hopefully this gave some insight. Some people already know about this. Leave some comments. You know, check it out and see what it says about you, and you know, leave some feedback or whatnot. So I'm out till next time. Oh yeah, can't save everybody.